Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to talk about some of my favorite pieces of kit. So be right back with you. Welcome back. Today we're going to talk about, like I said in the introduction, some of my favorite kit. Now, these are brands. These are items that I carry with me. I really enjoy having them with me, and I just don't want to leave out home without them. You know, they tend to always be inside my pack or something like that whenever I travel, whenever I do something. And I've had them for years. Some of my oldest pieces of kit that I carry with me, and probably one of them that everybody knows about, I'll introduce to you first again, would be my trusty Victoria Knox knife. Okay. This one, as you've seen in several of my videos, it has paracord on it. I've had this knife over 37 years, like that, since I was living in Washington State, stationed at Fort Lewis, and it just has always been with me. If I can't find it, I get a little bit stressed sometimes because there's some things about it that I always love having with me. So my Victoria Knox knife is one of the primary things. I didn't get it here in Switzerland. I got it in the States, and this cord I got this cord from a shop, you know, and it's been the same piece of cord on it. This one is, I believe it's called the Camper. I believe that's what it's called. I can never remember. But I actually have two of these, and one of them was given to me when I was working with scouting, and I got it as a gift from the Cub Scouts. So, but this one right here is the one that I carry with me no matter what. So a Victoria Knox knife, and it's pretty obvious why. It's a multiple tool, multiple everything, you know, it's got everything I really need on it, you know, and a couple of years ago I had my name put on it even, you know, I really like it a lot, and I use it a lot. So this is one of those items. Another one that I carry with me everywhere, I mean, I've had this out here for some years, is a Petzl, I think it's a Tikka, and this sucker is quite, I think it's 300 lumens, it's quite strong, and you can see by the band I've had it for many years. I have two of these, one's the Tikka, it's a little backup, and I have this one right here, and this is another one. I prefer a headlamp over a regular handheld or flashlight because I'm not doing tactical stuff. It's right here, you know, it's good to have. It frees up my hands. I put it on my head, and I'm able to work with two hands if I'm out camping, or you know, if I go up into the attic, which I don't have a light up there. I'll carry this with me. So, and I keep one in the car. So I have several of these. This one's a good one. And this one I just, you know, I keep at it, keep holding on to it. It's got, as you can see, you can adjust it. And no red light, but it's got it's just a regular white light. So it works really well off AAA batteries. So, and I keep with it also some AAA batteries I have with it. Another item I carry with me no matter what, and I really like, and that's a watch. But this right here is actually a Tissot that I've had for about 5-6 years, maybe 6-7 years, I think. I've had it. I've changed the band on it one time, but and had it serviced once. But it's a really good watch. I like it because, and I've said it in several videos also. It's got very big. You can see the, you know, you can see the without glasses the numbers, that kind of stuff. I can tell what time it is. I need glasses to tell you what the date is on it, but I'm less likely to look at the date on this thing than I am at what time it is. So this thing right here stays with me. I really like it, and it's a good fashionable watch. Also, it's very solid, but also, you know, you can wear it with anything, and it looks good. But it's another thing that I have with me at all times. Another thing is actually this compass. I've had this compass for a very long time. This right here is a Recta, and there are lots of brands out there, but this is the one. I think I have two of these. And I have a pace counter on it also. I've had this there for many years. When I first got out of the Army, when I first got to Switzerland back in 1996, the 2nd of January 1996, one of the first things I did is I went out, and it wasn't very long after that we decided we wanted to do some camping and hiking, and I still have it. I have my original Linzetti Compass that I've had for all that time. I began using it, but it broke. Well, the compass still works, but it's cracked, and I didn't want to damage it any more than what it was. It broke here, just right here. It broke, probably one of the jumps I made, It's not very clear. The screen isn't anymore. Still has my old laundry number on it, also kind of like that. It still works fine, you know. It's just that I wanted to get away from the military stuff a bit, you know. It's still a very good compass. It works very well still. And also it's a bit of an heirloom from my time in the Army, so I didn't want to risk damaging it more. Even the pouches, the original pouch that I had it on my LBE with when I was in the Army, I just held on to it. And I use this thing right here. It's got a date on it somewhere, but I think it's the original one I got when I first got in the Army that I was issued, and I sort of held on to. I think I replaced it when I turned it back in. I turned back in a brand new one and held this right here because I just didn't want to. I just liked it. I'm sort of sentimental when it comes to certain kind of gear and stuff. So this I put away, but then I bought myself this one right here, and it's worked perfectly ever since. A few little scratches on it, but you know it still works great. This Recta compass, and you'll see it in a lot of my videos. This kind of stuff also. Another item and this is probably a newer of the items that I've had it for several years, and that's a pair of Norona leather gloves. And the color is a bit, I don't know, it's a natural, I think it's a deer skin or something like that. What I like about them though is that they don't look so military. I'm not into black and stuff like that. But what they do is that they fit so well. And these gloves right here, I've had a little bit of use of them. I wear them all the time when I'm out and about. I'll even have them on my hands when I do hiking, even in the summertime. I'll put them on if I'm with the hiking sticks. You know, they're not water resistant or anything, but this leather is really good. Actually, makes a very good shooting glove, probably better than a lot of the other ones because it's very resistant. You know, and you still have a lot of feeling with it. Much better than flight gloves, I would say. And just a well-made pair of gloves. Expensive, about $80. But you know what? I use this pair $80 a lot more than I use my winter 400 something franc gloves that I got from Arthrex actually. So these are much better for what I'm using with my Arthrex ones. Actually, I use primarily for winter activities. They're quite insulated with Gore-Tex, this kind of stuff. But and the last item I never leave home without, I tend to always have with me, is this right here. And I keep it in the kit, little kit bag. And this is my London, I think it's a London Trading cigar tin or something like that, or fire tin or something like that. And I keep my fire kit in it, and you can see all the stuff in it. And I'm going to make a video a little later on about what I keep in this thing and present that to you. I really like it a lot. It even has a magnifying glass on you can use for reading stuff, but also for directing the sun. It's a brass tin thing. It's a brass thing, you know. It's rattles a little bit, but you know what? I keep it with me. Stays in my fire kit bag where it stays protected and stays together with a few other things in it. But it's always there. I'll stick it inside my rucksack in my back, and I'll have this with me. Okay, and it's always with me. These are some of my favorite pieces of kit that I always have with me, and I just wanted to introduce those to you. This is part of my total kit, which is a much bigger, a rounder amount of stuff. But these I always have with me. I really find them, you know, they're always there, and I tend to use them a bit more often too. Of course, if I need them like that. Actually, something really funny is that I had this right here with me, my compass with me. Well, I had all these with me actually, not the watch, but another watch with me. And this was some time ago when I was still married. It's like maybe 12, 13 years ago. We were in Malaysia for a week. And one of the nights, my wife and I, at the time we decided to go to Chinatown. Now, we were staying over near the Twin Towers at the Maya Hotel, which is a really nice 5-star hotel there. And we decided, you know, we were all by foot. You know, we weren't doing anything. And I'd already been for the last days and days and days, every day, hiking around the city, getting to know where things were at. But we wanted to, you know, see Chinatown. So we went out there. I think we had met another couple that was with us like that, and we were going to certain areas. There were some really nice areas there we wanted to see and this kind of stuff, but I was sort of like, you know, letting them sort of like, because they'd been there for a while, a little bit longer, they knew the place a little better, to sort of show us around. And I sort of got the impression that, you know, I just got tired of hanging out with them. You know, I really did. I just wanted to hang out with my wife, and I didn't want to hang out with these people. I didn't really like their attitude, this kind of stuff. And I said, you know what, we want to get away from them, because they were sort of lost in the city. So what I did is we had this sort of this map that was made up by the tourist office. It wasn't a real topo map, but it was like some of these tourist type maps that shows you sites and streets, this kind of stuff. And of course, these people had no idea where we were at, and I didn't either until I pulled that map out and I pulled that compass out. And I figured out very quickly by doing resection, because you could see the main tower, which looks like it sort of reminds you of the communication tower that's inside of in Berlin at Alexanderplatz, or also reminds you of the Space Needle in Seattle. And this is like sort of like in the middle of the city. It's a forested area around, like a park around it, and we were on the southwestern side of that. Now where we needed to go was further to the east, to the northeastern side of the city, and we were a good hump away, you know. But so I basically, to find out where I was at, I did some resection off a few items that I basically could pull from that map, and I drew the lines. I figured exactly where we were at, and then she and I went off on our own, and then and left them to their whatever they were doing, and we got back home. Really funny thing is we were traveling through a part along the river there that was very, very poor area, I would say. It was very, very dark, and I did have a flashlight on me. I had carried with me a little bag with my headlamp, this kind of stuff, and had my compass as usual. But I wasn't using the headlamp to walk around because it was a street, and I said, well, we'll just walk the street. But it was pitch dark though, and you can see some. You can see the light of the city, this kind of stuff. And we were working our way around that main part, the tower area, that park around it, back to where we were staying at the Maya Hotel. And like I said, it was a bit creepy too, because it was really dark and it was very trashy, very smelly. People used the canals there as a garbage dump. It was just full of garbage. And as I was walking, suddenly out of nowhere on our right-hand side, the doors open on this car, and you can see inside of this guy. He sort of steps out of it, and he goes, "Hey, how you doing?" He says, "Can I help you? Are you lost?" You know, I said, No, we're fine. You know, we talked for a few minutes, and then we kept going. You know, but it was so funny. He was sitting in this really nice car right off to the side, you know, on this little road in this area. You know, I don't know what he was doing, but you know what? He was super friendly, which I think is the law there in Malaysia. But it has to be friendly, especially in Kuala Lumpur. And we just kept going. But it was really funny, a little funny story. But anyway, getting back. I still carried these items. I still had them on me. And we went to spend actually some time in the jungle. It was a jungle hike, actually, we went to in a reserve. And, you know, I'm more about when I was going through the jungle. Although it was a really easy trail to walk on, nothing serious. I was still ready. I had prepared. I had some water on me. I had everything I needed, you know, for my wife and I at the time to do that hike and to not get eaten up by bugs, which we didn't. It was a really nice day. And we went with another group, actually, Canadian. I think it was a Canadian, one of the Canadian national sports teams, women's sports team. I don't remember which one it was. It wasn't basketball. I don't think it was volleyball. I'm not sure exactly what it was, but they were staying there also. So anyway, back to the story, back to this kit right here. Show me what you've got. Show me what's a piece of kit or kit that you carry with you, is always with you, not as an everyday carry thing. It's not necessarily, but I should say maybe more favorite kits. That if you do something, this goes with, because this is my favorite kit. These are items that I feel lost without them. I really want to have them with me, and they are my favorite kit. It's what I choose over everything else when I'm selecting stuff. I'm selecting a light. This is going to be it. That's my fire kit, a pair of gloves, my compass, a pocket knife, my watch. These are some items that are always there. Not as an everyday carry, but my favorite items. There are a few other items. I have a really nice fixed blade knife that I've had for many years, made by Ray Mears. Is also one of my favorite, and I tend to always use it when I go out to the woods and stuff. And I have several knives, but it's just the one that I'll choose over everything else. But this is it right here. Anyway, little story also. Let me know what your favorite kit is that you carry, whatever it is. It's something that you'll just choose over everything else. And make sure you have with you. And I look forward to hearing back from you. Please, I appreciate it if you were to give me a thumbs up. I need those thumbs ups. And leave comments down below. And share my channel. Subscribe to my channel. And hit that bell. And I look forward to hearing back from you. I want to thank you so far for watching my videos. Take care of yourselves. I look forward to hearing back from you very soon again. And you guys all have a happy weekend. Bye-bye. As usual, this thing's not working. I gotta hit the button manually. Bye.